closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Right to the air. Here's Murray. And this will be swung out here for counter. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Zach Ertz has it complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. From the gun, Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Connor is in. Touchdown, Arizona. But finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Extra point good by Prater, and it's now a 7-0 game. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins, and complete right side to Cook. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down. The Vikings at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. They come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is set away.
The Cardinals take over at 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-5 the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
It's with the number 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. Touchdown, Cardinals. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
On third down, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Touchdown! Adam Thielen. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cardinals take over at 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Murray now on first down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Complete to Zacharias. A gain of 15.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Throwing now is Murray. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line. Play action. Now it's Murray. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. A
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Vikings' 37-yard line.
Murray getting this out wide to Hopkins. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. Play fake. Murray. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
To throw is Murray. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. It'll be Murray on the keeper, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Cardinals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
His kick is
Prater for the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Vikings 7.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Off the play fake, Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Joseph connects on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by who else? The former Cardinal, Patrick Peterson.
You got to know as a quarterback it's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position. And he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw, Cousins. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now
fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
They start with a give to counter, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Murray going to throw. Finding Ertz here on the out route. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline.
Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by who else? The former Cardinal, Patrick Peterson. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. That really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. That pass complete to Moore. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On that one, and the Cardinals have a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Arizona.
On play action, it's Murray. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Cousins now from the 50. And this one is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
15-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They begin on the ground here with Connor. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7. 18-yard line.
Quick throw into the hands of Hopkins out wide. They'll give him 4 yards there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. They're coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
He was brought down by Patrick Peterson. A gain of 7. And the Cardinal first down.
Murray now on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Now Murray. He's got his man. That's Ertz downfield. On the move past the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
First down, Cardinal.
Here's the option going right. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return. A scoop and score for the Vikings. Joseph now to have the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And, Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football and just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points. But that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself.
Throwing on first down is Murray. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, 61 yards. And the Cardinals have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that gives him a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 2nd down, Cook. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Cousins. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as well. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Cards are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
The kick is good.
Prater for the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Extra point good by Prater, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish and really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. 2nd and 5 now. Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throwing, Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Back to the ground, Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
3rd and goal for Cousins. And he's got it. Touchdown! Dalvin Cook, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Joseph on for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Cardinals 45, Vikings 35.
Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the driver begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a two-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after it right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. This is caught. It's Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back to throw. Murray. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Connor up the middle. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To throw is Murray. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Prater for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Vikings 35. Matt Prater to kick off for Arizona.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Cousins now. And a It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. One last shot now for Cousins. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, this was a fun one today if you like